Shinichi Sakamoto is 57, and plant for Shimizu, one of Japan's largest building companies. He is portion of agraying, and shrinking, labor. This item is, statistic Shaw a tertiary of Japan building laborers are above 54-year ancient, and they are examining modest so quickly, says Mr. Sakamoto, who is vice chief of Shimizu's manufacture technique department. And they're not creature replaced by junior builders. This quantity of laborers by 30 is fair over 10%, he says. In September, Mr. Sakamoto's company obtained a promise new company worker, a robotic robo-carrier is now work on a top-rise growth in Osaka, transports hard plaster executive board pallets nighttime of the land story to wherever they're necessary. Can you think how material are in the order stands in the night while laborers go to the website, says Mr. Sakamoto. He though plant at overnight period. Robot is one region poised to gain of upcoming ultra-fast 5G portable networks. Superior connection will do it facilitating for repeated micro-robots to company operate. All micro-robots in a team could find out of which one robotic is training. Robo-welder welds steel columns, time Robo-buddy, inserts hook bolts and installs roof boards. The micro-robots work independently, performance tasks a overseer assigns them on a pill. Robo-carrier can recognize and escape existing barriers. Time Robo-welder uses laser treatment form dimension to define the contours of the subject it is weld. Down there must be more than micro-robots on website, says Mr. Sakamoto. Labor lack is our national issue. Japan's building labor swimming pool will drop to 2.2 millionth by 2025, downward of 3.4 millionth in 2014, Shimizu says. And the is not fair and question for Japan. World, too much, the building industry is looking more to micro-robots as it confronts a declining and aging labor. In the US, building workers are as well receive older. The ordinary age is now 43, says Jeremy Sirak, company founder of Pittsburgh company, Progressive Building Robot. 10 years back, the ordinary age was medium 30s. And 80% of U.S. general contractors say they are possessing anxiety fill vacancies for qualified workers. Onto a examination in August down there's a precise tendency, says Mr. Sirak, this junior generations are not departure in the building fields. The is why Shimizu has nested 20 trillion yen, pound 140 meter, $179 meter, with 2015 evolving building micro-robots, says Representative Hideo Imamura. Its micro-robots bring personnel as necessary for a taking into account problem by 70% to 80%, he says. In the US, almost part of building jobs could be replaced by micro-robots by 2057, say researchers at the College of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and Midwestern Economical Politics Institution. As so has been indefatigable, micro-robots can do the hardest, largest hazardous jobs on a house website, says Mr. Sakamoto, potential prevent trauma and losing of lifetime. Job that suits micro-robots is for micro-robots, and job that suits humans is for humans, he explains. In next, more rapid information speeds thanks to 5G, combination in reduce waiting time, the period gap among a query and a answer, tool micro-robots will be capable to put more than handling tasks in the puff. The end outcome is a more profitable, cleverer robotic. Shimizu now controls its micro-robots with 4G portable and Wi-Fi, that tool how while they job on buildings above 200 meter top, they include to expand the Wi-Fi web region with relays. 5G would complementary them of the dependency, says the company. Micro-robots could later conduct out dangerous or repeated tasks on remotely sites out of the requirement for installation a Wi-Fi basis plant, provided, of year, how the 5G web stretches how distant. One of tough bits of house bridges is linking along rebars, the strengthening steel stick how at extensible force to the specific. Curved above, in hot sun on a axle, in yours hence manual linking the material is hard job, says Mr. Sirak. Down there could be hundreds of thousands or though millions of intersections to necktie. And in Polar Eastern Joint State, he says down there is a declared labor lack for the job, underlined by its season environment. So recent year, Progressive Building Robot advanced a robotic, TIBot, to do the work on the Liberty Way axle in Bobbrashire, Pennsylvania. It connected 24,000 armature intersections at a bet of 5.5 seconds for every A. The 5 TIBot is upcoming off the gathering link currently, Mr. Sirak says. Meantime, Tokyo's domestic institution of progressive industry scientific and technique has constructed a prototyping robotic, named HRP-5P, that can set drywall partitions. And New York business, Building Robot, newly constructed a semi-automated mason or bricklayer, SAM for brief, that laid down 250,000 bricks for the POF Fed House in Roanoke, Virginia. Gasket 380 bricks and time. It is 6 times more rapid rather than a humane mason, its makers tell. The world building production has lagged over some sectors while it comes to technique invest, substantially since it is well fragmented, says Will Hughes, a building control and economy prof at the Reed College. The split environment tool lot little business community are dependent on the statute quo, so work practices day behind to Victorian times, he says. But deformation labor shortages indicate how the at first building companies to put micro-robots to job efficaciously will include a considerable benefit, he argues. So don't worry if in a few years you outdoor yours doorway and see a Dalek. It may be down there to convertible yours attic.